That's my baby. She gon' do something crazy. She gon' do something crazy. She gon' do something crazy. That's my baby. She gon' do something crazy. She gon' do something crazy. She gon' do something crazy.
What's going on, everybody? YL from RebelEars.com here again with another episode, giving you guys an up close and personal look on how I organize my sessions and how I create my workflow. All right, so you can find this template for free on RebelEars.com. This is a template that we've had on the website for a good little while now. It is free. It's a free download. You will actually get a PDF form of all the plugins and everything that is going on with this template. Yeah, RebelEars.com. Go get the Stop Mix template. RebelEars.com. All right, let's jump into it. So, as you can see, everything is named, color coordinated in this template that we created for you guys. This is a very, very simple template. This is not a template for, I would say, high-end professionals, but for those people that's trying to figure out just a decent workflow and how to get your routing done. If it's a little tricky for you, beginner artists, different people like that, this will be a great template for you. It is with some of the stocked plugins that you get. So when you first purchase Pro Tools, you get a list of plugins that come with Pro Tools. These are those plugins. So like I said, this is a very beginner template, but it is effective and it will jump your workflow by 100% guaranteed. So, all right, everything named, everything is color coded, as you can see. This is for our beat here. You can also use this template if you have trackouts. If you have trackouts, you can also use this template as well. So yeah, boom. This is for our beat 2-track. This is, verse 1, verse ad-lib, verse 2, verse ad-lib. If you have, people that punch in, you can always go in, duplicate the track, however many duplicates you want. I always take automation off and playlist off. You just really want the track itself, nothing that's on the track. You just want to duplicate the track. Let's just say we do 3, right? Just in case our vocalist needs more audio tracks, all you have to do is just duplicate a track. There are no plugins on each individual track because, when it comes to mixing, and this is a mix template, when it comes to mixing, you don't want to, I don't want to give you a sound that's already there, right? I kind of want you to build your own sound. That way you can keep your own creativity to it. But I will give you a few tools to be able to shape a sound in a certain way, in a very small way, but, in a general way. And you can come in, add your own plugins from here into your inserts. Have 10 inserts on each track. So individually, if you want to affect these different tracks, you can. What is done on these regular audio tracks are your reverb has already been routed. All you have to do is unmute it, and you can control how much reverb you want to add into your track here. All right, so you can do the same thing with delay, unmute it, command and click will do that. Let's just say you want a reverb on that second track. You wanted, delays on ad-libs. So you might run ad-libs there. So you have your first verses, first artist, vocal tracks here. Like I said, if you want more, you can always duplicate them. Alright, so we're coming down. Same thing with verse 2, artist number 2. You would be able to come in. If you need to duplicate, duplicate. If you need to duplicate an ad-lib track, duplicate an ad-lib track. If you need to duplicate a main track for punch-ins or dubs or whatever may be the case, all you have to do is right-click, duplicate, scroll down, hit duplicate. I already have these checked off. I just want these 3 things here, and I just hit OK, and it duplicates again. And then you can always come back in here, double click that, and then change the name. You know, this might be V2 dubs. You know, we'll turn it into V2 dubs instead of V2 duplicate. So we can always come in here and just change the name. We can always add tracks. Again, what we have done for the regular audio vocal tracks, you have your time-based effects already routed. Hit Option, hold down Option, you can literally drag them down through different tracks. So if you want a certain reverb or you want a certain delay, Option copies that and allows you to drag that in between each audio track. Okay. The main important thing I want to show you guys, like we talked about in the second video, it's all about naming your buses, right? So all of my Vox tracks here, all of my first vocal tracks here are going to Vox, right? So that's my vocal sub. So it's going to come down here. It's going to go to Vox. It's my vocal sub. I already have an EQ on there, a compressor, another EQ compressor, de-esser. You can kind of move these around however you see fit. Whatever you want to do, you can add to it, take away from it, however you want to do it. So your auxes have plugins on them, right, to kind of just shape a sound. You'll still have to go in, tweak, remove, add to. This is just something that can give you a general sound. You're gonna have 2 EQs, 2 compressors, and a de-esser. All right, that's pretty much it. I don't have any sends on here, but if you wanted to send the whole vocal group to the reverb, you can just send it to the reverb, send your aux to the reverb as well. So, you know, that's just something you can do in that. Like I said before, this is all about workflow. So, as you can see, Voxes are routed to Vox. Vocal 2 are routed to Vox 2. So, everything that comes in on this second artist, on this green track here, on this second artist recording or you know, vocals, whatever comes in, will be feeding through here. It will be automatically touched by these plugins. Like I said before, you move them around, you know, whatever you want to do to them, but you must go in and tweak. Like I said before, this is not a template where you just throw a track in or a project in and it's like, oh, it's already mixed. No, you still have to do the work. But, you know, it's kind of set up for if you're confused on how you move around Pro Tools, then this is a template that'll just help you kind of move around more freely. You won't have to worry about any routing. As you can see, my hook track here, same thing. My hook is going to be routed to my hook sub here. And all of these vocals are going to go to an actual sub. There's a lot of buses on here, right? Like I said, if you want to use track outs, you can. I have an instrument sub here. I have a drum sub here. And then we have the All Pro sub. Then, let's see what we got. And then everything is going into your actual sub, right? So this is the main sub. This sub will control the beat, all of the vocals, everything that's included in this whole production will go into this sub track to where you can do some extra editing, some automations, all kind of different things through this aux. And then of course everything feeds the master. So everything will come into this sub will go into the master. So that's how you get everything to the master. There's a lot of auxes in here. You don't have to use them all. That's why we have it routed this way, like your hook. This is just an extra sub for any kind of vocals you want to add. If you have another artist, then you would change this to, you know, Vox 3 if you have a third artist and they have their own sub. You feel me? They have their own bus here. They have their own sub mix here. So when you add those audio files for the third artist, you will route them to extra. Or, you know, you can go in and change that to Vox 3 and all of that. So, of course, you have your delay aux here. We just have a quick, easy mod delay on there. Like I said, this is all just bass plugins that come with Pro Tools, your reverb, you have a deverb on there. It's set at hall, but you can come in, you can just change your different room types. You can mess with your decays. A lot of parameters on this plugin that will be able to, help you shape the reverb that you're looking for. Same thing with this delay. You have all your different notes, your tempos, you have your feedback, you have a low pass filter on it. You can link these two left and right together. You have a groove that kind of manipulates that delay. So it's a really, really cool plugin for it to just come with Pro Tools. Yeah, this is your instrument track. So just like I was telling you guys, you might have track outs, right? So say if this is not a 2-track, say you have 12 instruments. You have piano, you have bass, you have guitar, you have flute, you have all these different instruments. All of those instruments can come into this instrument track. All you have to do is go and select all of those instruments, and you will send their output to instrument input. And then all of your instruments will live here. So once you individually tweak all your instruments, you'll be able to come on here. There's a limiter on here. You can just unbypass it and then play with your limiter, play with your levels as far as your instruments are concerned. So this is how you basically group all of your instruments together. Same thing with your drums, right? You might have track out, so you have 12 instruments and you have, 14 drum tracks. You got your kick, you got your snare, you got your snare 2, you got a clap, you got all of these different percussion sounds. You can also do the same thing here and just route them to the drums. So you would go to all of those tracks outputs and you would just route it to the drums input here, and all of those drums will feed here. So this, again, making your subs and your auxes, these are ways of grouping sounds and tracks together without actually having them in a group, right? Still being able to control them individually on each individual track up in here, but then you can come down and you can control them collectively through these auxes as well. So like I said before, it's a simple template, but it's already set up. It's set up for 2-track mixing. It's set up for full track out mixing. It's set up still for you to be able to play off of your originality and your creativity. Like I said, there's no real plugins on the actual vocal tracks of the audio tracks, just plugins on the auxes to kind of shape your sound. Like I said before, if you're a beginner engineer, you're an artist that just records yourself, or like to try to mix your own stuff, this would be a perfect template for you, especially if you have not gone out and purchased the different third-party plugins that most of us use in the industry. If you only have Pro Tools and you're just experimenting, you're really just trying to figure it out and get a great workflow, this stock mix template can be found at rebelears.com. It is a free download. You will get the template itself and the PDF form of all of the plugins and the whole template manifest and what's going on with it. PDF form. Free download. Go get it now. Make sure you guys check out our different preset packs that we have, our different beat packs that we have. We have 2 ebooks as well on the website, rebelears.com. Make sure you guys are tuning in to the Rebel Ears podcast. Find us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you just show some love. Rebel Ears, everything on social media platforms. Just search us up, rebelears.com. Sign up, get our newsletters, subscribe to the website, and you'll be able to really get firsthand information and announcements on everything that we have dropping, all kind of deals that we have going on the website. Again, it's YL from rebelears.com. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. On to the next one. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that follow button, that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Check out our website, rebelears.com, for all the cool products we have for you guys. Follow us on social media, Rebel Ears Podcast on Instagram, Rebel Ears on Twitter, Rebel Ears on TikTok, and I'll see you guys next time. Be safe.